Shalom, everyone, and welcome back. This is Rabbi Moishe Leider, Chabad of University City in San Diego, presenting to you each week a video of Torah topics that are relevant to us, to our daily lives, based usually on the Torah portion of the week. This week, we read the portion of Kitisa, which talks about the sin of the golden calf. We are told that 49 days or 50 days after the exodus of Egypt, after the Jews left Egypt, they came to Mount Sinai and they received the Torah from God. And it was a tremendous event. In fact, all the Jewish people heard the first two of the Ten Commandments themselves. I am the Lord your God that took you out of the land of Egypt. You shall have no other gods before me. They all heard that. And then what happened? Moishe was on Mount Sinai for 40 days and 40 nights. And just before he came down, the Jewish people, at least some of them, at the base of Mount Sinai, anxiously waiting for his return, they miscalculated the time that he was up there, and they came to Aaron and they said, "No Moses, where is he? I don't think he's coming here. Maybe he got consumed up there. Maybe something happened up there." So they asked Aaron to build a golden calf, to build an idol, and there are many different opinions about exactly why he did it and how he did it. But the question is, why did they do it? Didn't they have any faith in God? Well, the answer is they definitely had faith in God. They heard God themselves. They had no faith in Moses. They needed a Moses, and that was what bothered them. And the golden calf really, according to many opinions, was in like Moses. It was a form. We have to understand that the Jewish people came from a very pagan society in Egypt. They worshipped the sun, the moon, the stars, the animals, the grass, everything, and they were used to worshiping something which has form, which something they could see, and that was their God. They came to Mount Sinai, and God, the God of Israel, was God without form. As we say, "Ein demus haguf ve'eino guf." He did not have any form, and he wasn't a form. He wasn't any body. He had no physical form whatsoever. And this was something that was troubling to them. They couldn't quite get it. They weren't at that level yet where they could understand that. And we see very often in our neighbors, non-Jewish neighbors, how they need so much a form, a person, an image, the image of God, pictures of the wall of a God or a Buddha or something like that. Jewish people do not believe in that. We believe that God has no form, God is invisible, God is everywhere, God is infinite. And we do not have, and no synagogue has any pictures of God on the walls, none whatsoever. In fact, we're not allowed to picture God as a form, as a body, as a person in any shape or form. But this is something that the Jewish people had a great deal of difficulty understanding. And it took them a while to grasp the idea that God is an idea. God is a pure, high entity which is beyond physical form in any respect. This is something that Jewish people need to develop. Today we understand that. Every Jew knows that we do not worship any type of a physical idol or physical image of any which way. We're not allowed to have any pictures of God or any statues or anything like that. You won't find that anywhere in any synagogue or any Jewish home. You won't find that. But this was something that had difficulty in the Jewish people at that time in perceiving. And why is it so important that we believe in an invisible God? Because a physical God is limited, and we believe God is unlimited. God is everywhere. If God is here, if this image is God, well, then what about there? Then there's no God over there. God has to be everywhere. And God is here, as the song says, Hashem is here, Hashem is there, Hashem, God, is truly everywhere. And we have to understand that God has tremendous power beyond us. Someone once asked me if I believe that God is physical or spiritual. And I said, God is not physical and God is not spiritual. In fact, God created spiritual. God is higher than spiritual, beyond spiritual. Many people have a difficulty understanding that idea, but I think most Jews get it. I think most Jews understand it very well. And the God that we believe in is a God that is higher than spiritual, that created spiritual altogether. So I want to wish you all a very good Shabbos. May we all develop our own personal relationship with God in the highest level possible by studying Hasidic philosophy, by learning Torah, And by doing that, we will grasp the true essence of what godliness is really all about. Candle lighting in San Diego will be at 5:29. I want to wish you all a very good Shabbos.